is Travis Equality Jackson, and I am the coordinator of this group called Discharge Upgrade / Records Correction. This group is mainly designed to help those veterans who got out on a nasty discharge or had their records tilted, as I like to call it. That means your records are messed around by the government without your acknowledgement. That's the definition of tilted. Now, there are two boards. There's the Discharge Review Board, and there's the Board of Corrections for Military Records. Each board has its own style on whether to deal with your discharge upgrade or records correction. However, but a Discharge Review Board, they just deal with discharge upgrades only. They do not deal with record corrections. I repeat, they do not deal with record corrections. In the Discharge Review Board, they only change the characterization of discharge and the reason of discharge. Now, they sometimes change the reentry code or the RE code, but in order for that RE code to be changed, they have to change the reason of discharge. For example, if you have a reason of discharge as a misconduct, then the misconduct discharge can go from misconduct to secretarial authority, and your reentry code will go from a RE code 4 to a RE code 1. And with a RE code 1, you can re-enlist in any military service. In RE code 2, you can re-enlist RE2 through RE3. You can re-enlist, but it has to be a waiver. And RE4, you cannot re-enlist in any military branch whatsoever. In order for a discharge to be upgraded, you have to prove to the Discharge Review Board members, which are 5 members, and they're all 06s and above. You have to prove to them without a shadow of a doubt that your discharge was based off of equity, which is legal, chain of command follow legal procedures to kick you out the military, or propriety, meaning was there properization, or did they treat you, or was the treatment equal? If there were issues of propriety and equity, and if you can prove that, then your discharge will be upgraded. But also, yes, it will be upgraded. However, it's hard. On a daily basis, every year, thousands and thousands of applications get turned down because a lot of veterans, they think that the only thing I have to do is just submit the application and that's it. No, in order to get an upgrade, you have to prove your case. And that means have a packet together along with that application. In my case, which a lot of you people may know why I got kicked out of the military due to my sexual orientation and misconduct, due to mitigating factors of PTSD and sexual orientation, I had to stack up on letters of support. I had to stack up on pictures from my service. I had to stack up on awards. I had to stack up on promotions, etc. In other words, if you can show the board members that this is the soldier that I would have been if it wasn't for these mitigating circumstances of my discharge, then they will be persuaded enough to upgrade your discharge. But like I said, it's very hard, and the process, well, there are 2 processes. There's a records review, and there's a personal appearance. My advice, take a records review first, even though it takes longer. It takes 6 to 12 months to decide on whether they're going to upgrade it or not, due to the 1,000 applicants that are before you. However, if you do get an upgrade, then that's it. If you get an upgrade, and if you don't like it, you can appeal it at the Army Board. You can appeal it at the Board of Corrections for Military Records, which I'm going to get into in about a few minutes. But if you get a no-go at the records review, then there is another option called a personal appearance. The personal appearance is where you go before the board and you state your case. They will mail you a date on appearance. If you don't appear on that date, or if you have a feeling that you might not make it, it is very important for you to send a reconsideration letter letting them know that, hey, can we move the date up, or can we move the date back? Because if not, they will review your case without your presence, and because you lied to them, they will probably 8 times out of 10 deny your application, and your case will be dismissed. But also, if you go before a personal appearance first, and if you fail, you cannot go back to a records review unless there's some newly evidence that you discover. But like I said, the next process, if none of these do not work for you, the next place to appeal it is the Board of Corrections for Military Records. The Board of Military Records consists of 3 panel members. They're all civilian contractors, all civilian, so they can have no military affiliation, or they can. With a records review, they're more non-military friendly than a discharge review board. The Board of Corrections, they go off of injustice and error. If there was injustice or error done on your records, then they can be persuaded enough to upgrade your discharge, as well as remove any negativity, any derogatory information posted on your military records by law enforcement, letters of reprimand. They have the power to remove any derogatory information on you. They have the power to upgrade discharges. They have the power to change re-enlisted code. But like, it goes back to what I said. You can do that at the board, the discharge review board, if only they change the reason, and if they're persuaded enough that you're fit to serve your country. The Board of Corrections for military records is very complex. You can be awarded a CAB, and you may lose the paperwork, and you can tell them, look, I need a CAB added to my DD-214 or my form of discharge, and they can just deny your application. You can have many evidences, but if you do not prove to them the slightest evidence that you deserve a CAB, or you deserve this award, or you deserve this to be removed from your records, then they will deny your application. The Board of Corrections, they take up to the most about 12 months. I think the same process, the same time of 6 to 12 months. They have 3 phases. They have a records review. They have a records review. They have a hearing without you, and they have a hearing with you or your counsel. Or if they provide you a hearing, then you got the option to either go by yourself, go with your counsel, or allow your counsel to go by him or herself. But it's something that needs to be discussed by a professional legal advisor. I'm doing this group because, in conclusion, I just want to say thank you for joining this group. And I'm doing this group because I feel, as a victim of an unjust discharge, while I am in the process of getting upgraded to an honorable discharge, I feel that I can contribute by serving my community, and not just serving my community, but just serving this country by doing this video and by coordinating this group. And I'm not a legal advisor. I'm just a guy who knows the processes, on the upgrade, on upgrading to a discharge, due to me hiring an experienced attorney, which is based out on the East Coast somewhere. But he's an awesome guy. He knows his stuff, and he's giving me advice, and I've taught him some things about myself. But anyway, you can pursue it on your own, but it is best, I suggest that you find counsel, and I suggest that you find a counsel with experience, as well as the American Legion, the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans Association, etc. Any group or anybody that you know that is aware of the process, I suggest you go talk to them. That is all I have for you. I pray that this group is a blessing to you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me on my Facebook, or feel free to contact me by looking at my information on Facebook. God bless you all, and thank you for what you're doing towards your country. And I thank myself for serving my country. God bless you, and God be with you.